The Strange Season 2 finale. I don't even remember that. Night Train. I didn't even remember the name, actually. I just got to finish this. I might kind of rush through this a little bit because I actually am supposed to be leaving in like 15 minutes, which is about the normal length of my rambling reviews. But I really like this finale. It was definitely cooler than the last finale, which I did enjoy because we got the big fight with the Master and the reveal that the Master wasn't 100% affected, which we really got to see the effects of in this season more than the finale, of course. But it was kind of like, well, we thought we'd win. Turns out he's stronger than we thought, and then it was kind of just like things went on. But since this season took place during a time where things were really known by other characters, like by the city at large, it made a difference. It was like, it wasn't just like, oh, the city goes on. The city is way more destroyed in this finale than it is in the last one, and it kind of ends the same a little with our narration from Satrakian, but it's a little different. All the characters are kind of split up. We don't know what happened with Zack. He was just taken by Kelly. We lost Nora, which was, of course, the biggest thing in this episode, which was very surprising. That is definitely a way to end the season, where you kill off a character. And, of course, it comes after them having a bit of an issue, which I totally missed. And I can totally admit that. I missed what he said, and he basically admitted that he cheated, and I missed that. And I thought that I had like a totally different theory about why Nora was crying, so I was totally wrong about that. But it honestly, sadly, it doesn't really matter because she died in this one, and I know that this is gonna make people hate Zack like crazy because a lot of people didn't like him because of the whole annoying kid thing to begin with. And then it's like Nora was super badass. I mean, she was about to win that fight. She was about to chop Kelly's head off, and that was gonna be it. And then Zack stopped her, and that's when she got bit in the arm, and it was just like wrapped right around her arm, and it was just there, and that was it. She was poisoned. Well, not poisoned, but infected. I don't know why I said poisoned, but she was infected. And then even crazier was when Zack actually hugged Kelly, because it was like, I thought it was just great. It was like he really went back. I thought we already had the episode when he was getting attacked, or when they were all getting attacked in the base. I thought that was the one. I think we all did, where it was like, he gets it. And then push came to shove, and he saw his mom. And I guess we can't really fault him for that too much. But at the same time, just because he's a kid, he's smart enough to know that's not his mom, but it didn't matter. It was like, in that moment, he messed up. Like, he just flat out did. And then he even hugged her. And I don't know what the Master did. I was really surprised by that. It was like, as soon as she got what she wanted, the Master just was like, alright, and he took over her. And I couldn't tell what the whispers were. Sometimes you can tell. That time I couldn't, so I don't know where they're taking him, or how they're going to play this, or what, if they're going to use him as bait for F, or how the heck that's going to play out. But he's gone now, and F is going to have to figure out how to get to him. He doesn't have Nora anymore. He doesn't know where Fett and Satrakian are. We also didn't get to see Dutch at all in this episode, which kind of surprised me. I mean, we saw, in the last episode where her girlfriend left, and then I thought for sure we'd see her at least go back and talk with Dutch, and it would just be awkward between them. But she was just gone in this one, so that kind of surprised me, actually, that we didn't get sort of anything after, like, oh, she left Dutch, or she left Fett, and then Dutch herself was left by her girlfriend, and that was kind of just it. It was like, she's just kind of up in the air with no one. So everyone's kind of just split up right now. We have sort of an interesting bond, though, with Quinlan, Gus, and the Silver Angel, where they teamed up with Dutch and Satrakian, or with Fett. I always mix their names up. But they team up with Fett and Satrakian because Quinlan, more than wanting to serve the Masters, wants to take out the evil Master for whatever the Master did to Quinlan. I'm assuming he killed someone he cared about, or maybe multiple people, because it's the Master. That's kind of what he does. They team up, and that was pretty interesting. I was like, this is pretty sweet. I love the crazy fight scene when they came in and saved him. Icor's meeting the Born, and he was just like, holy crap, like, I'm facing someone for serious right now. So I really enjoyed that. The whole shootout was nice, where they come in and save Fett and save Satrakian, and they're just shooting them all up. And before that, when Quinlan like kills one of the guys, it's like I thought they were done with that, and then here comes this other dude who's like, you know what you are, you're dead, and then he's like dodge and snaps that guy's neck. I'm like, well, there goes a second guy who couldn't just follow the effing rules and realize this is the only reason you're even able to have a gun or be free. And so that guy's dead, and it's like, they're just gonna keep doing that, aren't they? So that was kind of funny to me, like that it happened a second time. But it was cool to see that happen. Who knows if someone in that group is gonna take up with, and become sort of a lead with the Masters now that Quinlan is basically left. I mean, he can't go back to the Masters. He's with them for now at least. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm very curious because he's disconnected from the Masters, so it's not the same where they can just see through his eyes and see where he is. So they're kind of just left alone now with nobody unless one of the humans goes back to them and becomes like where it gets the same position as Gus, and then they're given the task to go after them, and the whole group comes after these 5 people. So I'm not sure how it's gonna play out, but I'm really excited for it. Everything just crumbling at the end was just pretty crazy. I did love the bet scene. That was pretty cool. And like Icor's was about to win, and then it was like, oh, Palmer pulled the cord on that junk, and Palmer lost Coco in this, but the ending scene during the narration, and he has her heart. At first, I was like, what the heck is he doing? And then as soon as I finished that thought, I was like, holy crap, he's going to use her heart so that he doesn't die. Because that was basically it, where he had a bad heart. So he has this young woman's heart, and, I mean, I'm guessing they're going to, TV time, he'll be fine. But, I mean, he kind of did just, like, have her heart in his hands, and you kind of need stuff on ice. So I'm sure he'll get that heart transplant. I thought it was more than that, but that would be the only reason, is that he took, her heart. And like I said, with him being so unbelievably rich, I would have thought he'd be fine in that regard. But he has her heart, and he's going to use that to stay alive without the white. And who knows how that's going to play out now. I mean, I don't know if he's still going to work with them, or, like basically he'd be killed off if he didn't. So I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but it was really crazy to see that happen. And to lose Coco, thought for sure we'd be seeing her in season 3, and that was not the case. But it was definitely a great finale. We had the opening scene with Icor talking to the guy, and they have this giant, like, human processing plant, basically. That was insane to see. So they had some really big plans, obviously, and we got to really see what they were working on this whole season, and it was insane. That junk was huge, and just hooks. It's like, I could just imagine, it's just boom, put a human on the hook, and then drop them into the top loading gates, and that's all there is to it. So that was really crazy, but love the finale. Like I said, sorry to kind of rush this, but I do really have to go. But I do think I kind of touched on really all the main points. I definitely want to know, and of course I want to know what you guys thought about this episode, just to do the normal thing. So please comment below, let me know your favorite parts and your least favorite parts. But my main question normally is like, what do you guys have as far as predictions for season 2, or for season 3, and what did you think about the finale, which of course I want to know. But my main question is whether or not you guys are annoyed with Zack, because I know season 1 and season 2, that was kind of a thing. I think season 2 for sure was way more of a thing than in season 1. But I want to know. I remember, I think for the last episode when I was looking up stuff, I typed in like the strain Zack because I wanted to get the spelling right in the description. And as soon as you put in Zack, it was like, I don't know how, but there were 2 autofill text things that said annoying. It wasn't just one, it was 2 separate things that were like the strain Zack annoying. So I know people have an issue with the character, so I want to know if that was it for you with Zack. Like, you probably still watch the show, but like, you're just done dealing with Zack and just all this crap. Because for me, I never hated the character. He had his moments, and that was just how he was written. But this was just like, I'm more just baffled than annoyed. I'm just like, how the heck did he not, how did he revert back to that in that moment? But at the same time, I can see, because it was still his mother, and in his head somewhere, obviously, it was still just his mother. So I want to know what you guys thought about the finale and Zack, and what you guys think of him as a character at this point, because I can't wait to read some of the comments when I get back from out of town, just what people think of Zack now. So please comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.